Hey everyone, hi, how are you? It's me, Jean Harville, and I am the creator of the Helping Kids with Learning page right here that you're on. Also, creator of Raising Motivated Learners free Facebook group, so you can hit the button up at the top and come on into the Facebook group if you'd like. And I'm also the creator of the Empowered Mom's Experience. All right, so look for that. Probably in the next few weeks, we're going to be opening that program again. So you'll want to take a look at it and see if it's a good fit for you. We would love to have you. All right, so yesterday, or I should say last week, we were talking about procrastination and motivation, and what is the thing around it in our brain that we know, like, we love to procrastinate, and it is the dopamine, the feel good hormone that we create whenever we're doing something that we enjoy and we love. It doesn't matter if it's in procrastination or in motivation. It doesn't matter. Our brain doesn't care. But whatever you're doing, your brain is loving it, and you're loving it, and you're feeling good, and it's fun, and so your brain creates dopamine, right? And we get addicted to that dopamine. We love that feel good experience and that feeling that we have. It's like euphoric, right? But we have to be careful that we're not staying over in the procrastination lane all the time, that we do have some things we want to get done over in the motivation. So how do we flip that switch? Because when we are motivated and excited about getting something done and we're in the zone, we're still getting dopamine hits because it is rewarding to us that we are completing and getting things and getting whatever it is finished that we need to get finished. So if we're getting dopamine hits from both sides, how do we switch from one to the other, right? Okay, so there are three types of procrastinators, all right? The first one is a delayer. Kind of put it off. I'll do it later. I'm tired. You get fatigued. I'm too busy right now. I have too many other things to do. I don't have time. Self-indulgence, like I need to relax. I need to take a nap. I need to eat. I need to whatever, right? So those are the delayers, the procrastinators who are delayers. And so then we have the perfectionists. I want to make sure I do it perfect. And I'm going to make a couple more tweaks and it's going to be perfect. Oh, let me just do a few more tweaks. It's not exactly the way I want it. And you keep going back and going back and going back until before you know it, hours have passed. You're still getting dopamine hits because what you are doing is in your zone. You love it. Absolutely love it. And so how do you break away from that and move into motivation? The third type of procrastinator is the distractible. You become distracted. Technology, TV, computer, eating, going to the mall, or online shopping. You get distracted. And those you're getting dopamine hits for, right? But then you know that you really need to get yourself organized. You've got this thing over here, this big old wall of something you need to do. And you're trying to figure out how am I going to move from one to the other, all right? So we have to be really careful because if we stay in the procrastination lane, and yeah, we're getting great, feel-good hormones, but it leads to guilt, anxiety, like, oh my goodness, I only have a short amount of time now to get this done, dissatisfaction. We get mad at ourselves. We start, saying that we're just not worth it. We're not worthy. We become depressed. Some may find that they are just a low mood. They're kicking themselves. Why did I do that? Now I don't have time to do this. And so it can come down to limiting beliefs that you start creating. Your brain starts creating for you in your brain. When you say it over and over again, it becomes truth. We know that it's not true because you can break away and you have shown that you can complete, that you are a finisher. It's just sometimes we get to that point, how do we break from here to go over to the doing or the being of who we want to be and the creator of this new thing. But right now it just looks like a wall is sitting there. I don't know how to get over there. I'll just stay over here and procrastinate, right? So you want to be able to move that procrastination into motivation. So I was thinking, if we're getting dopamine hits on either side, and I remember when I was a little girl growing up, and I took piano lessons. And when I started getting into music, I really loved playing. I loved the tonality of the piece and the difficulty of it and the challenge of it. When I would come home from school, that's the first thing I did. Now, my mother did make a rule: you need to practice the piano first. But I'm so glad that she did, because that tool right there is what helped me release all the ugly things that happened during the school day, released all the pressure of I didn't understand what they were doing in Spanish today, or I I feel less than, I don't feel worthy, or whatever. All of that dissipated as I played the piano, because I was showing myself, like, look at me, I can play. This is really awesome. I'm doing super good about this and getting my dopamine hits, and I'm feeling like accomplished, feeling so good about myself, like I can learn hard things. This is really cool. And I could just feel my shoulders relaxing. I could just feel my whole body just relaxing. And all of it just helped me to move into going and doing my homework. I was like relaxed, ready to go. So now I move into the homework phase, and I'm relaxed, I'm motivated, and as I begin my homework, I start getting those dopamine hits, because I'm moving forward in the thing that I'm to be moving forward in. Because no, I know for myself, it bothered me if I didn't have my homework done before I went to bed. And now this is the type of person that I was. I had to have it done. And so as I started working on it piece by piece, breaking it down, I started like, okay, I get it. I'm doing this. I'm getting those hits, getting those dopamine hits, And so moving from that procrastination when I just get home and moving it into a project, that I felt good about myself and playing the piano, and then moving it to, okay, now I'm gonna have to buckle down and get my thinking cap on to write this report or write this paper, wherever my project was that I needed to do. Even today, as an adult, as mom, I'm not like the biggest housework person, cleaning my house or doing projects, or I don't like doing that. I'm a creative. So I procrastinate. I will do other things. And one of the things that I do is that I love, like I say, I'm a creator. I love to do graphics. I used to do scrapbooking. I've talked about that before. I will do graphics I think, oh, what do I need in my business where I need a graphic? I'm going to make a graphic. And so I will sit at my computer, and that just flows for me, getting my dopamine hits, right? It is procrastinating. It does. I say, well, I'm going to eventually need this graphic that I'm creating, but I just feel like I'm in my zone. I'm in my getting ready, type thing. And my brain is now working on the piece that I'm wanting, like the email that I want to send out, or I get to send out, or the project, the course that I'm creating. I'm getting that starts working in my brain as I'm doing my graphic creation. So it's a way for me to shift the procrastination in my graphic, that dopamine, into the dopamine hits of, aha, I know which route I'm going to take now in the next piece of the course. I have figured it out. So putting those two together, I think is super helpful to move from that procrastination into that motivation. So I know we think of procrastination as a bad word. I procrastinate all the time. But guess what? What you're doing is prepping your brain so that you can do the thing that you're holding back on. There's some fear there. There's something there that you're not diving right in. And is it hitting one of your limiting beliefs that I can't do hard things? It's going to take forever. I'm too tired. I'm too whatever. But when you start with the piece that flows for you, and then move into, whatever the other piece is that's going to take a little bit more of your time and your energy and your effort, then it works, right? This is how we can think about our kids, about our teens. When they come home, they're tired. They're tired for the day, right? So agreed upon, working with your teen. What is it that they would love to do to just relax and to just chill? Even if it's gaming, it's okay. Have an agreement with them, okay, from this time to this time. How much time do you need to chill down so you can make sure you have time to do your homework, all right? And so it when you have that agreement and it's solid agreement between the two of you, you can do that and you can allow those dopamine hits that they're getting, the relaxation, the feel good hormones, and then when the timer is up, and that's agreed upon a contract between the two of you, then moving into the homework or moving into whatever is, takes a lot more effort and struggle to get done. Then it moves into it. So he's got the dopamine on board, and then starts getting hit with dopamine as of working on the assignment because he's like, I'm feeling accomplished. Or she's like, I just wrote the first line of my poem that I had for homework. So then the dopamine starts coming in, and that becomes a motivator to get more and more of those dopamine hits. Okay, so that's how that can be transitioned, you know, between yourself when you have something that you want to move into and you find yourself procrastinating. And also for your teens when they come home, if they are finding themselves they're procrastinating, okay, let's just call it procrastination 30 minutes. It's okay. And then the next 30 minutes or an hour, it will be the workflow. And when that is worked in, and you can give and allow those hormones, those feel good hormones, those dopamine hits, then you're going to have a much you're going to be a happier self, and your child will be a happier child, and things will go a bit more smoothly, right? All right, so that's just my take on it, and I will talk to you all next time. All right, and if whatever comments that you have, put them down below, and let's have a conversation. What do you think about the idea of starting out with something, something that they enjoy, and then move to what it is that they are going to take a little bit more effort? Or are you of the mind or thinking, well, they won't shift, they'll just stay on the enjoyment and won't shift to the other? So that's where you come in with those agreements, and let's try this, and have your teen or tween work through with you. How much time do they need to have that downtime? How much time do they need to get the work done? And have that, I want to say that agency between that your child is taking control, and setting those agreements with you. Give it a try, right? All right. So I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.